Did you all expect this, Prithvi sir?
No. I mean, we were confident that the film would be met with a lot of excitement, and we knew that when the bookings opened, there will be really good bookings happening and all. But what has happened over the past one day is
Correct.
way beyond anything that we ever expected. We didn't expect this to be like an all India record and all that.
Yeah.
But we are very humbled, and we are really happy, and we really hope and pray that we meet all this excitement and anticipation on the 27th.
ఐఎమ్ ష్యూర్, ఎందుకంటే లూసిఫర్ 1 సినిమా చూసినటువంటి వాళ్ళు ఎంత బాగా టేకింగ్ అండ్ మేకింగ్ని అలాగే పర్ఫార్మెన్సెస్ని లైక్ చేశారో అంతకు మించినటువంటి ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్స్తో ట్రైలర్ని చూసినప్పటి నుంచి మేము అందరం వెయిట్ చేస్తూ ఉన్నాము March 27th ఎప్పుడు వస్తుంది సినిమా, ఎప్పుడు చూస్తాము అని. అండ్ లాల్ సార్, I'm such a happy moment. I'm in awe of seeing you. This is a dream or a reality is what I'm just thinking. Lal sir, when Prithvi sir is already a renowned actor, when he came and said that he's going to direct a movie, meeku direct cheyabothunaru ani cheppinappudu మీ instant reaction enti?
Before that, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you so much sir, thank you. So short on March 22nd. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Indeed a happy birthday for me, always to remember and cherish.
Definitely, because Anthony only asked me to hear the story, and definitely when I hear the story, it is something very different. And the way he narrated, and he told me this is the way he is going to make the film. That is something very different. Nobody, because the entire film was there in his narration. That too different from a normal film making. And I know about Prithviraj, more than an actor, he is also a very good director, because he knows about films. He watches films. He is more of he study films.
Okay.
So it is in his hands. We were very sure that that film will be safer in his hands, and he proved it also.
Yes.
That is how. Then after that, Bro Daddy came. That in the midst of COVID, we made that film. We shot the film in Hyderabad, and after that, we are supposed to shoot Empuraan after Lucifer, but in between COVID came and we are not supposed to shoot.
Okay.
We couldn't get the time, because this kind of film needs a lot of preparation. So Prithvi, I think for the last 1 year he is not acting also, like he was completely into this, immersed in this Empuraan making, and 27th is coming. And we don't know what is expectation of the people now, because it is beyond our expectation. It has gone.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ, యా. అండ్ ఒక పక్కనేమో ఆశీర్వాద్ సినిమాస్ నుంచి యాంథనీ పెరంబావూర్ గారు, ఇంకొక పక్కన గోకులం సినిమాస్ నుంచి గోపాలన్ గారు, అండ్ లైకా నుంచి సుభస్కరన్ గారు, అందరూ కలిసి ఒక హ్యూజ్ ఫిల్మ్ని అందిస్తూ ఉన్నారు. ఇక్కడ శ్రీ వెంకటేశ్వర క్రియేషన్స్ నుంచి దిల్ రాజు గారు ఈ సినిమాని తెలుగులో మనకి డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ చేస్తున్నారు. సో యువర్ అసోసియేషన్ పృథ్వీ గారు విత్ దిల్ రాజు గారు?
No, I've known Dil Raju Garu for a long time. We have met many times on multiple locations, functions. In fact, Dil Raju Garu had offered me a Telugu film long back, which unfortunately I could not do because of Empuraan.
Okay.
Actually.
Oh.
Yeah. And so we've known each other for a long time. And when we set about now strategizing the release of Empuraan, we were very, very keen, and we were very, very adamant that we wanted to make sure that the film is released the way it deserves to be released all across the country and all across the world. So when Lucifer released in 2019, that did not have like a pan-Indian simultaneous release theatrically. Lucifer then later on, when it started streaming on Amazon Prime, is when people across the country saw the film and got a lot of love and adoration from cinephiles across the country and the world. This time we wanted to make sure that the film itself is going to release in all languages everywhere in the world. So for that to happen, it was very, very pertinent that we try and tie up with the absolute market leaders in every market. So I have many friends in Andhra, Telangana who are in the distribution business. But I called Dil Raju Garu and I asked him, sir, and he's actually a very keen observer of the film industry everywhere. He knows what is happening in every film industry, and he'll actually surprise you with his knowledge. So the moment I told him, he told me everything I know about this film, he also knows.
Okay.
So he said, yeah, Prithvi, it is done. It is done, and it was very kind of him, very magnanimous of him to just, over a phone call, just agree to it like that. And he's now giving a proper big release for Empuraan in Andhra and Telangana. One thing I really want to put across is that, usually when we make a film and shoot it in a principal language of cinematography, and then there are dubbed versions.
Yes.
And if you ask the director, which version should I see? The director will usually say, well, try and watch the original version with subtitles, because that's the most honest version. For me, if you ask me, if you are a Telugu-speaking cinephile, I would really recommend watching the Telugu version.
Oh, okay.
That's how much work we have put into the
Each
Telugu
language.
version of Empuraan.
Okay.
Each language, yes. And the Telugu dubbing I especially like.
Okay.
Lal sirs and other actors, I especially like the Telugu dubbing. So if you are a Telugu-speaking cinephile and you like cinema, I would love it for you to go and watch the Telugu version of Empuraan. All versions will release in Andhra, Telangana. Dil Raju Garu will release the Malayalam version with subtitles also. But if you're a Telugu-speaking person, I would
Definitely.
recommend watching the Telugu version.
Lal sir, during COVID times, Telugu people and people across the world consumed a lot of world cinema. ఆ టైంలో చాలా ఎక్కువగా తెలుగు వాళ్ళు మలయాళం సినిమాని చాలా ఎక్కువ వాచ్ చేశారు. సో ఈ సినిమా ఏదైతే ఉందో ఇప్పటివరకు మేము మలయాళం సినిమాని ఓటీటీస్లో వాచ్ చేసుకుంటూ వచ్చాము. ఇస్ దిస్ గోయింగ్ టు బి లైక్ అ పాత్ బ్రేకింగ్ ఫిల్మ్ ఫర్ మలయాళం ఫిల్మ్స్ ఇంటూ పాన్ ఇండియన్ ఫిల్మ్స్?
Yeah, definitely. Because during the time of COVID, we have done a couple of films, and especially Drishyam 2.
దృశ్యం, yes.
That gave a very big opening to the Malayalam film industry.
Yes.
After watching Drishyam 2, they started watching Drishyam 1,
Yeah.
and after that, many films. And I'm not able to say this is going to be a landmark film or something like. We created something which can bring our efforts from Malayalam industry, and we can showcase this film as one of the best films from Malayalam. So we can also create big films.
Yeah.
So it is like a what you can call, this is an attempt. We have done so many films, but that time that pan-Indian concept was not there. Like long back, I did a film called Kalapani, or we did the first co-production called Vanaprastham. So many films we tried, but that time this is kind of OTT or this kind of dubbing to different languages was not that easy. But now things have changed. If a Malayalam film, if you produce a Malayalam film, it can be dubbed in maybe in 1,000 languages, whichever language you choose. So this is an attempt, and I think people will accept this.
ఓకే. ఎవరైనా ఏదైనా సినిమా షూటింగ్ మొదలు పెట్టినప్పుడు ఒక చిన్న మ్యాప్ వేస్తారు. మీరేంటి వరల్డ్ మ్యాప్ వేసేసారు?
No. I'm assuming I understood the question. You're talking about the locations of the film.
Yes. Almost you have covered many places.
So when we finished writing the film, I knew that the biggest challenge regarding setting up the project is going to be how to design the shoot of the film. And I was very particular that I'm not going to make this a studio film. I'm not a filmmaker who particularly enjoys shooting against green mats and all that, unless it's a film that demands to be shot like that. So this particular film, much like part 1, I wanted to try and capture everything in real. So that meant one of the biggest challenges would be to find the locations, because the story narration is such that it is spread across the world, as you would have seen in the trailer.
Yes.
There are locations that we haven't even shown in the trailer that you will see in the film. It took my team and myself about 2 years to finalize the locations of the film, because we would travel around the world. We would spot a place that we think will work for us. Then we will go talk to the local authorities. Then we will apply for permission. And then through the permission process, it will take about 2 weeks, maybe a month. And then they will realize that, oh, we are shooting a big explosion there. And then they say, no, you can't. And they'll say, the explosion will have to be CGI. And I'm like, no, I want to shoot the explosion.
Going all the way again for a CGI is not worth it.
Yeah, I want to shoot the explosion for real. Then again, I mean, there was a scene, like, say for example, I wanted to shut down one entire tube line in London, the Waterloo and City line, and to shoot a sequence in Bank Station. So initially the people said it's impossible, but then my team and we went and met the Transport Council in London directly, and first they agreed. So then through the process they realized that the nature of the scene that I want to shoot there is slightly sensitive. So then the permission got denied. Then there was a huge process. So like this, that took almost 2 years. Finally, it all came through. But when it did come through, it was like, it was spread across say we went to the US to shoot. So usually when a film goes to the US to shoot, you carry a mini unit and maybe shoot in one city, at best maybe 2 cities. I don't know. I mean, unless it's like a very, very big Telugu film or something. But we shot across 6 6 places in the US. You know, we shot in New Mexico, in Santa Fe, then we went to Gilman Tunnels, and we went to Yuma Sands, then New Orleans, New York, New Jersey, Arizona. So, and it was not a small. Yeah, it was not a small unit. It was like a pretty big unit. So the logistical challenge was very, very big. But full marks to Sir, actually. Sir is the one who gave us the confidence to go all out for it. And I cannot thank my producer, Anthony Perumbavoor, enough, because never once did he even ask me a question about should we really go to so many places, should we, you know, there was a particular way I wanted to make this film and that's exactly how I made the film.
വാട്സാപ്പ് വഴി ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് പഠിക്കാൻ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് കഫേ ഉള്ളപ്പോൾ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ഒരു വിഷയമേ അല്ല. ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് കഫേ, വി പ്രസന്റ് യു ദ പെർഫെക്റ്റ് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ്. വാട്സ്ആപ്പ് നൗ 9633 888 575.